Welcome, everyone, to episode 50 of the Over the Line podcast on the Degenerate Sports Network. 50 episodes in, that's crazy. I know
Big
we had
50.
a lot. Yeah, we had a lot on our last channel. We had a lot of episodes, but whoa, hold on. Sorry, I had the going in the background on my Twitter page because I was posting it, and it was like start talking. I heard myself talking. And I was like, whoa.
I hate that. I've done that before, unfortunately.
I was like, what is going on? I was like, why is this show replaying in my earphones right now? All right.
Oh, boy.
Earphones, what headphones. Anyways, it's the Masters this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has heard 1,000 different people to bet on. Why this guy can win, why this guy is making a comeback, why this guy's the dominant one. But we'll try to comb through it and give our best picks for the weekend.
At least we're doing it this time. Didn't we completely skip it last year by accident or something like that? Or am I thinking of the wrong tournament?
No, it was the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We just completely missed that. That was the thing. Never mind.
Well, hold on. When that's coming up soon. Hold on.
That might actually be.
Please tell me we didn't almost do it again.
No, we didn't miss it.
Okay. I was going to say it'd be so funny if we did. It's
no, it's May 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only time that horse racing ever gets brought up ever. And we just didn't do it literally at all. It's very funny.
So May 2nd. So we'll have a show there we have a few weeks before we get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, I'll make it a
post-draft activities for me, luckily.
Yes.
So.
Yes. All right. So, like I said, we have Masters, we have some MLB, NASCAR, NHL, and some other miscellaneous bets to give out. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Dalton, I know if you had some lacrosse for us, if you want to go ahead and get us started.
Yeah, so last week I started betting lacrosse, and, man, I thought I hit a parlay. Went 2 for 3. Both my wins were well in hand. And then, of course, Penn State had to choke 3-goal lead in the second half.
Typical.
Of course. But this week, I'm actually straight betting these games because there's some pretty good value on the board this week. First off, I got Brown minus 1.5 against Dartmouth. Took Yale to beat Dartmouth last week, and they beat them by, I think, 8 goals. Dartmouth is just going to get beat on by the entire Ivy League. That's just how it's going to be. I would bet this very comfortably. And then I'm also betting on Yale to win again. I'm taking Yale money line this week at plus 170 at home against Harvard. Big rivalry game there. I just think that the value on Yale is too good for what should be a pretty much toss-up game. Also, they looked solid last week. And then finally, we got Jacksonville and Utah and in an Atlantic Sun matchup. Yes, Utah plays in the Atlantic Sun.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me even lacrosse has this whole thing going on with conferences not making sense?
Correct. The problem is for lacrosse, there's 3 teams west of the Mississippi.
That makes sense, unfortunately.
You've got Utah and you've got Marquette and Michigan are the furthest west, and Denver. Utah, Denver, and then Marquette and Michigan and Air Force. Those are the only teams that are west-ish.
Yeah, lacrosse is very much an East Coast thing. Yeah. It. So just thought that was funny. Anyway.
Yeah. But Jacksonville's looking pretty good. I just don't think Utah's there yet. Utah's a fairly new program. And I think Jacksonville's been around a little bit longer, and I just think they got a better team in general. Taking Jacksonville money line at minus 105. And I did throw a partial unit on all 3 of those games parlayed together. So Brown minus 1.5, Yale money line, Jacksonville money line. Those 3 games parlay together at plus 1,112.
Nice. All right, Jake. I know you said yes to soccer. Is that right?
Yeah. Got some Champions League quarterfinals. The first legs for all these were this week, so the first 2 of these bets will be on Tuesday, and then the last 2 will be on Wednesday, right before we go on. So a little bit far away, but it'll be before the next show. So the first one I have at plus 350, I have a draw between Liverpool and PSG. PSG won the first leg today 2-0, but it's going to be at home. I think they're a much better team than Liverpool right now, but at 2-0, they're not going to really be looking for the third goal that bad unless they concede kind of early. So I think like Liverpool will be at home. I think it'll be more even. I just think there's a good chance of a draw, and I think at 350 it's worth taking. And then I have Barcelona money line against Atletico Madrid at minus 120. Atletico Madrid also won 2-0 today, but I don't know if Barcelona is going to overcome that and win the tie itself. But I do think they can win the second game at home, just 1-0 or something. Because these bets are only for the second leg; it's not for like the total, the whole draw itself. So I think they can win and still end up losing. And Atletico Madrid is definitely going to park the bus and just try to not concede early. So I could see Barcelona winning like 1-0 or something. And then I have another draw between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid at plus 380. I think all of these games were 2-0 in the first leg because Bayern also won 2-0. This one's actually going back to Munich, so Real Madrid will be on the road. But this is another one where I think Bayern kind of just plays defensively, and I could see Real Madrid getting one or it being a draw. But at plus 380 for how close this game was in the first leg, I think it's worth it. And then the last one, I just have Arsenal money line at minus 260 against Sporting Lisbon. They're just a better team, and they're getting the second leg at home. They're already winning the tie so far, so it kind of feels like a lock. But even though it's minus 260, the two or the plus 350 and plus 380 kind of juice it up a bit. So the odds for that are plus 5,383.
Damn, nice.
Like it.
Two of those are doing some heavy lifting, but we'll see.
Does PSG stand for play soccer good by chance?
Yeah, they're playing well, so
All right.
so pretty much.
No, actually, weirdly, I do know PSG actually, so it's not even. I was just being an asshole. So. I know that team. I've heard of them before. But anyway, yeah, I was actually debating if I wanted to because there wasn't really much going on this week. I'm like, should I just throw my hat in the ring again? And then I remembered how badly it went last time I bet on soccer, and I was like, you know what?
It's hard.
Maybe I should just leave it up to the expert, the local expert for us.
No, I need to do that and just forgot that the Champions League was this week.
Yeah.
I actually hit the last time I bet it, but
Well, then
not.
you should, Dalton. Me,
Yeah.
probably not.
But the problem is my team makes me hate soccer. So
Who are you a fan of again?
Chelsea,
Uh,
Mm.
yeah,
mhm,
Jake knows it's bad. It's bad right now.
mhm.
Hate to see it.
Most of like the Premier League is just like bad. Like Spurs are going to get relegated. Chelsea and Liverpool both just suck this year.
Are Spurs going to get relegated?
They're 1 point above. I think they're actually going to get relegated. I'm like
That's-
90% sure it's going to happen.
That's wild.
They're 1 point above, but they just played. They're 17th. They just played Nottingham Forest. They were 16th and they were tied, and they lost 3-0 at home like 2 weeks ago.
Oh
so
my
like
God.
they don't have like they have like because they're a big club. They've never been in like a relegation fight. Like these smaller clubs like go through this every year, so like they're not really like phased by it. Like Nottingham Forest is not phased by relegation fight, but like Spurs just look like they're like just like panicking. Like I don't know.
Well, right now too, they're in a relegation fight with a big club. Looks like. With
Yeah, West Ham. Yeah, but West Ham has like been bad before.
Yeah.
Like Spurs have never been like. I mean, they were pretty bad last year, but they also won the Europa League, so like they kind of weren't.
It's
like,
so weird how that works.
Yeah, I know.
Like you can have a terrible year and then still win like a major trophy.
Yeah, they finished 17th and got promoted to the Champions League because they won the Europa League, and the team that finished right below them got relegated. It's just hilarious.
Nothing like the classic is like the Arsenal treble, where you finish like middle of the the Champions Cup, like the Club World Cup, and you win the Community Shield.
I don't even know what any of those are, but
there's so many different.
I don't have.
Dalton could be lying to me right now.
Yeah,
and
I don't have the brain capacity to learn all that right now.
Yeah, the Premier League teams all compete in like if they're in the Champions League, they have 4 different seasons going on at once. It's like it's the same as like the NBA Cup, but if there was just like more NBA Cups,
while the season was going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's one long regular season and then just a bunch of little side missions like mixed in there.
Yeah,
going on side quests. The only reason I even know that is because when I would play FIFA, it's like my career thing. I'd be like, "What are all these fucking games in the middle of why am I not playing the regular season right now?"
Yeah,
it would be some fucking Europe, like you said, like the Cup or
some tournament. Yeah,
like Arsenal is leading the league by I think 7 points. Like they're probably going to win the championship, but in the last 2 weeks they got knocked out of 2 different other tournaments by shit teams. Like they lost to a team in the championship last weekend to get knocked out of the FA Cup. So it's kind of they're going to probably win the title, but they also have just sucked in the other tournaments so far, except for Champions League. They're doing pretty well.
Imagine if the Seahawks lost a game in an in-season tournament to a UFL team.
Yeah,
that's basically, and then won the Super Bowl. That's basically what it is.
That's fun.
Which makes no sense.
The Pop-Tart Shield or something like that. The Pop-Tart Cup.
The Pop-Tart Cup. I'd watch that.
Yeah. All right.
By the way,
once they make the NFL a 21 game regular season, they should.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make some shit up.
Yeah. We do have some NASCAR this weekend. We have the Food City 500. I do have a quick 3-leg parlay for this one. 3 guys who finished top 10. Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, and Chase Elliott all finished top 10. That's at plus 251. Nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy, but just trying to see the board and get on the board finally, but we'll see.
Why did nobody tell me about Food City? Where the fuck is that at?
Bristol. This is at Bristol this week.
Oh, just you know. you know.
Sorry.
My bad. I know that I should have known that you're joking, of course. Anyway.
So I like Denny Hamlin this week as well. I'm betting him to win at plus 550. Driving really well and has historically been very, very good at this track. It just makes way too much sense for him to win. If he has it seems like he's got a good car right now, and that's kind of all it's going to take. And then I've got Ryan Blaney finished top 5 at minus 110. Been racing well, races well historically at Bristol as well. And same with William Byron, finished top 10 at minus 190. The guy just seems like a lock to finish top 10 this week. And then those 3 guys, if Hamlin wins, Blaney finishes top 5, and Byron finishes top 10, if all 3 of those things happen, I threw a partial unit on a parlay of those 3, and that's at plus 1,794.
Nice.
And then finally, I did take Toyota as my winning manufacturer at plus 150.
Hell yeah.
Because even if it's not Hamlin, as you mentioned, Casey, Gibbs could have a shot too.
Yeah. Dude's been on fire this year, or the beginning of the year.
Tyler Reddick drives a Toyota too, and he seems to every race now.
He's already 4-3.
This insane.
1-4 and lost 3.
You're not supposed to have.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking.
Even I know that. That doesn't sound right to me.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, did you accidentally bet Ty Gibbs instead of Tyler Reddick?
No, I was wanting to bet Ty Gibbs, but I was confusing him with the guy who won. I wanted Ty Gibbs.
No, Gibbs is good.
Yeah.
Any relation to the Gibbs that I assume it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is the grandson of Hall of Fame head coach and Hall of Fame NASCAR owner Joe Gibbs.
Right. Legendary sportsman, I suppose, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, the football to NASCAR pipeline I could see, unfortunately, and fortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
But
In NASCAR, apparently.
yeah.
Imagine if Michael Jordan was as good of an NBA owner as he is a NASCAR owner.
Right? Maybe that's the meta.
He was
know?
just in the wrong sport too early.
Because like I feel like in
Yeah.
NASCAR, it's like kind of more so than a lot of other things. Like how much resources you pour into it, kind of is what you
Correct.
get out of it. So like,
Yeah.
if he can just be like, I got billions of dollars, I can make this team good.
Yeah. No one has ever set money on fire to make a point. Been willing to set money on fire to make a point than Michael Jordan.
This is true.
I have a feeling like as the race goes on, he's just betting some random person
Yes.
up in his suite.
Oh, yeah, for
lap.
sure.
Like, I bet the number 13 car finishes
For sure.
in this spot on this lap, and he's just
putting 5 Gs on it, bro.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, I'm not doing that, Michael.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
he's like, dude, I'm ready to do this for 400 laps. I got 5G stacked up for each lap.
Literally. That's what it's
401
probably
lap bets.
Yeah.
Christ.
But some say Michael Jordan's addicted to gambling. He's not.
Yeah.
He's addicted to winning.
Yeah, exactly.
That,
There
unfortunately,
you
I have to say went pretty hard, Dalton. I appreciate
That was
that did go
put
hard.
it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, literally, it probably is on a T-shirt somewhere. Actually,
Yeah,
if we're being honest about
new
it.
merch line coming out.
New merch line.
I might have stolen that from The Last Dance. That might have been a line in The Last
It
Dance.
probably was. If it wasn't, missed opportunity.
That sounds like it would have been.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Because you know,
It's like
someone who's just absolutely riding it too hard is saying that about Michael Jordan at some point. in that
Yeah.
documentary. Like,
But it
100%.
also is I think legitimately true to an extent. Now he also
some degree.
does probably have an addiction, but to gambling.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
does, for sure.
He probably
to
does.
more than one thing, if we're being honest about it. But it was,
Yeah.
it's fine, I guess.
That was like a Michael
Michael
Scott
Jordan.
quote, Dalton. You were like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yeah, literally what it is. Incredible stuff.
Jake, what do you got for NASCAR this week?
Can you actually, like, if you wanted to, could you bet on every lap of a NASCAR?
I'm
Somewhere,
sure there's
Um,
some.
You
can
can
do
bet
that
on whether you can
If
bet
the
on
minimum
whether
bet, if the minimum bet isn't too high, I kind of want to do that for one of these races.
it
I
would
think
be a funny bit to do.
Usually it's
for
like
sure.
10 cents.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on the track
I can make that work.
what you can bet on
Yeah.
though. 'Cause some of the laps are over in like a couple seconds.
Yeah, I'm not one of those.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah.
You'd have to have those things
Yeah.
lined up, ready to go.
But realistically, though, like you could bet on which god will be praised by a president at this point. So I'm not sure why
Yeah.
you couldn't vote
Yeah.
True.
on what individual laps
Yeah.
in a NASCAR race.
True.
Like if someone's like, hey, can you bet on this? I'm just gonna say yes, probably.
Yeah,
at this
there's
point in time.
somewhere you'll find someone.
I can't tell you where you could do it, but there probably exists a place that's accessible by a phone, which is the funny part about it. Because I feel like you always were able to do stuff like that if you find the right dude in the right alley or whatever.
Yeah.
Now you can just go on your phone, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yep.
But if you are looking for like fun live bets this weekend, if you're sitting around watching the Masters, that's the
Yes.
sport to live bet. Like live betting holes in the Masters is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I think I did that a little bit last year. It was very
Yeah.
fun. I did not hit anything, just to be clear, but it was very fun to do so.
Yeah. I just have one bet this week. I just took Tyler Reddick to win at plus 2,500.
Understandable.
Yeah, I've hit on it twice so far this year. That's the only reason my
Which-
units are up in NASCAR. That's literally the only thing I've hit in NASCAR. But I think it was like the first two that he won.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna keep going back to the bank, and at 2,500, it's decent value.
Yeah.
So.
Do it.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
as long as he has like an above 500 record again, or even around anywhere near a 500 record versus the field, you kind of
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
have to throw just a unit on there just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you'll kick yourself if you didn't.
Yeah.
All right. Shane, I know you said you had some NBA. Do you want to do that right now? Because I know you said it was live. Do you
Yeah,
have it
so
ready?
we weren't able to bet. At least I wasn't. I don't think anyone else was able to bet on games tomorrow right now for some reason. Probably because nobody knows who's playing in these games.
There's
Yeah.
one game on FanDuel.
Oh, do they just pop one that allows you to bet?
Heat,
No.
the Heat and the Raptors. So basically the play-in
Yeah.
classic.
Well, yeah, I'm not. I'm good.
I wonder if it pops up after 10 o'clock because now the whole slate's in front of me for tomorrow.
Well,
Oh,
that's
dang, I only have one.
Oh, I'm not
that's
betting it. I'm not
Yeah,
betting it just because.
that's fine.
Out of principle.
Out of principle,
out
they
of
wouldn't let me
principle.
do it. They know
Fuck
when
the
the show
NBA.
starts. They know.
Yeah, fuck the NBA.
They know what time we get.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. They're gonna rig the game anyways.
Yeah,
Probably at this time
Especially
of
if it's all
year.
these like G Leaguers playing.
Yeah, who cares?
there's like
But
3 games that'll be competitive tomorrow out of
Yeah,
like 8 or 9.
not great.
The last month of the NBA season is just so bad.
It's
like-
not great. Yeah, it's not very enjoyable, I feel like, for most people. But I bet so I had a 3-leg parlay for the 3 games that were still left to play by the time you're getting on. Spurs -3 at home against the Blazers. I think right now they are up.
They're up a point.
Yep.
Live line's 3.5 right now.
All right, I can live with that. And then I
Yeah.
think the other 2 games are about to kick off soon, or tip off, I suppose. I have the Mavericks +12.5 at the Suns, just because 12.5 points is a lot for a living, breathing team against a Suns team that's just okay. And then I have the Thunder -8 against the Clippers, because Clippers are Clippers. So
Yes.
So we'll see how those play out for me. I'll probably have a good idea of the Spurs Blazers game before we kick or end off the show tonight. If not, then I'll be cooked up probably by the time we come around again. But we'll see.
All right. And next we have some NHL. Another season that's wrapping up here soon. But I just have 3 picks for tomorrow. Nothing crazy. I have Blue Jackets +1.5 against the Sabres, Devils +1.5 against the Penguins, and the Minnesota Wild +1.5 against the Dallas Stars. I just took the +1.5 on 3 teams that. Yeah, exactly. I took out of your playbook this week and just tried to pick teams that were the odds weren't like super great to bet on for +1.5. I was like, if I throw 3 of them together, we'll get some plus odds here. So that's what I end up doing.
That's the key. That's what I got this week. I got Flyers +1.5 against Detroit. Flyers are still in a playoff fight. I got Sharks +1.5 against the Ducks. And then I got the Kraken +1.5 against the Golden Knights. Those 3 parlay together at +268.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I had since I didn't do any NBA picks, I did a 8-leg NHL parlay.
Hell yeah, Jake.
I love that. I love it.
The odds on this are insane for no reason. But I have the Lightning -1.5 against the Canadiens at +205. Winnipeg -1.5 against St. Louis at +220. Carolina -1.5 against Chicago at +106. I kind of just went all favorites with good odds. Stars -1.5 against Minnesota at +194. I took Mammoth. It's still such a funny name to say for an NHL.
You see their Zamboni?
Dude, it's sick.
It's kind of sick, unfortunately. It's like actually pretty sweet.
Does it look like a mammoth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is really cool. Even though I like to make fun of Utah, it is kind of cool. But I took their money line against Nashville at -166 because for the Sharks, I desperately needed Nashville loss, preferably in regulation. And then I have Colorado -1.5 against Calgary, and I took the Sharks money line just out of hope against Anaheim because they kind of have to win every game at +142. But those 8 all come out to +115,841.
Hell
So
yeah,
that's
what I'm talking about.
A nice little calm Thursday NHL parlay.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's basically like they're all favorites, but almost all the favorites are like +180 or something.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just
Well, yeah. I mean, anybody can win in the Pacific Division, especially. What
Don't even get me started.
I just looked at it.
It's
and
50 pounds of ass.
The first place in the Pacific.
The standings
would not
are
make the
broken.
playoffs in the East.
It's broken. You want to know something? You want to know what's stupid is the Sharks are 3 points behind the LA Kings, or 2 points behind the LA Kings for a playoff spot, and they have 5 more wins.
Well, that's
Like
like
the
Yeah.
Kings have 19 overtime losses.
Jesus.
That is
You hate
the
to see it.
equivalent. That's the equivalent of almost 10 actual wins. Like
That's
they have
such
almost 10
bullshit.
wins worth of. The Sharks are going to miss the playoffs to the Kings, and they're going to finish like right now. They have 5 more wins. Like that's just crazy to me.
The Sharks also have more wins than the Golden Knights, who are in second in the division.
Yeah, they have
Hell
16
yeah.
playoff losses. This
They-
whole division sucks.
my
The
Penguins
whole-
have 16 of their own, and that's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
My
Penguins
Flyers are going to
probably
do that thing where they make the playoffs, even though they should be rebuilding, and then they're going to convince themselves to like try to win now and take on a bunch of terrible veteran.
Who does that sound like?
Shane.
though?
The Penguins would be leading the Pacific Division by 8 points right now.
I know, and they're not even that good. I'm destined at this point for most of my adult life to have the team that I care about in my city do the same thing that the team that used to be the beacon of this city for the last like 10 years before recently doing the same thing, and then you have their stupid stepson, the Pirates, who the only thing they do right is draft players and then send them off. At least they signed their shortstop.
Hey,
But he's
I was
probably
gonna
going to be
say-
the one that isn't good now somehow.
Hey, the vibes
He'll
are
be the
good,
one that
man.
doesn't work. They
Well,
are.
Pirates are in the entertainment business, not in the winning business.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah.
You're there to see young stars and have a great time.
And you know what? The couple of times I've been to a Pirates game, that's exactly what happened. So I can't even be that.
It's a great time. It's best ballpark in baseball.
I mean, they're off to a good start this year.
7-5. I'm not dead in the water yet. We'll see. Also, Paul Skeens clearly was just a victim of his circumstances in the
A
first
victim of
in
O'Neal
opening day.
Cruz.
Literally, yeah. O'Neal Cruz can hit the show of the baseball, but that's it. Does nothing else on
Yeah.
the baseball field.
He had to have that offensive explosion the last week because if not, it was going to get real hot for a seat.
Oh yeah, I would have put his ass in
just
play for a month or two, just for him to understand what's going on. Right now.
yeah,
Like we aren't fucking around, O'Neal. Get out of here.
yeah.
Anyway,
One last thing about hockey. This is just stupid. I don't even know why I'm saying it, but it just made me laugh.
Okay.
The Mammoth and Predators tomorrow, all-time logo matchup. It's like a big
yeah.
hell yeah.
battle. If you
like,
look at their
what
logos,
year is it?
yeah, it literally is like the same exact logo, just a different color style.
What era of planet is it?
But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I just had to point out because I thought it was funny. Anyways, let's get on to MLB for tomorrow. I'm not going to say that. I like betting baseball, but it's hard to bet on it early just because teams are trying to find their way. But I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at it here with the 3-leg money line parlay for tomorrow. I have the Athletics, even though I hate to say this, Jake, but I was hoping they lost today just to give this a little bit more juice. But I have the Athletics money line tomorrow. Royals money line tomorrow against the White Sox because it's the White Sox, even though they have some exciting young players. And then I have Padres money line against the Rockies. It's the Rockies. So we'll see what happens there. But all three of those together, Athletics, Royals, Padres at plus 544.
I like it. I got a 3-leg money line parlay as well, and I'm with you on the Padres. I'm taking the Padres, even though the Rockies are actually 500 right now.
They put up runs. They just
they're not good.
yeah.
And then I got the Tigers money line against Twins. Jack Flaherty's on the mound. And then I got Mets money line at home against the Diamondbacks. Those three parlay together at plus 320.
Nice.
I took the Reds money line against the Marlins at plus 104. I took the Yankees minus 1.5 against the A's just because the A's won today, but they might have like the worst bullpen in like the last 10 years that will be this year.
Money man's on
and
the mound tomorrow.
Who?
Your money man's starting pitching tomorrow, Severino.
Oh no,
Isn't
he
he?
pitched today.
Oh, did he
And
pitch today?
He kind of sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Severino's one of those guys where like I
Well,
don't know how to. There's
sorry.
some guys where when you watch them, like you're like, oh, their stuff is nasty, and then you look at their ERA and it's like 4.75
Yeah.
or something. Like
It'd
that's
be that way sometimes,
Severino.
man.
Yeah, like when you every time you watch one of his games, like he does well, and then you look at his stats and they're just bad. Like I don't know, but yeah, Yankees -1.5 at +100. I'm taking. I also have the Royals -1.5 at +114, and then I actually took the Rockies money line just because I don't think the Rockies are gonna like sustain their 500 record, but the Padres kind of frauds this year. Maybe like they're off to a pretty slow start. I just think, I mean, they're both 6-6. I think these teams are pretty even right now. So I just took the value at +160, but it is the Rockies, so that could come back to bite me. But I mean, they're off to a decent start so far.
Yeah.
But those, and it just adds some juice to the parlay. But those four come out to +2,170.
Damn, there you go.
All right. I can't get over the fact that the Athletics right now, the only two players who hit the ball for them are Shea Langeliers, which makes sense. He can hit the ball, and then the other Max Muncy.
Yeah.
Not the one you're thinking. Not the one you think of.
Not the one on.
Yeah, not the one you think it is, but the other one. That's literally the only. Everyone else, at least so far, can't hit for shit, which I just find fascinating.
I'm a little bit encouraged because like they're 4-7, which isn't good. But the bullpen has been atrocious, and they have like two people that can hit the ball. So
yeah, it could be
like
worse.
that gives me like if the lineup just stops like completely shitting the bed, like that gives me a little bit of hope. But
yeah, Mason Miller would be really cool to have right now. Someone.
Oh, you're telling me?
Anyway,
he would be nice.
Instead, he gets to Aura Farm for the Padres, which is funny.
Yeah.
With this.
Dude, it's badass though.
It is pretty sick. But it's also like, if I was the opposing team, I'd be like, all right, buddy. Like, okay.
Just get on the mound and pitch.
Just fucking blow me away so I can go home. Like, don't do all this shit. Like, let's not do this. Anyway, I have a 5-leg parlay for tomorrow. I got the Reds -1.5. In case you'll love to hear that, or maybe you won't, because I think all of us are kind of.
NL Central's hot right now.
Kind of, which it won't be forever.
No, it won't.
We know that.
Yeah,
we know it won't be forever. At least two of them.
Have you guys seen the numbers on the Cardinals bullpen?
I don't know if I.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I heard there was some stat that was like.
I guarantee you the A's is worse.
We're about to have an ass off, folks.
Yeah, literally about to have a trash off in the middle of the podcast.
How do I even find this? I don't even know.
It's like the stereotypical like speed, power, and like what strength or something like that. Yeah. And it's like you can only have two of the three.
Literally.
Here's the tweet I saw. Yeah, so this is from the other day. Cardinals bullpen so far in 2026: 41 innings pitched, 47 hits, 29 runs, 28 earned runs, 28 walks, 29 Ks, 6.15 ERA. 1.83 whip.
It's okay. The Rays bullpen has a 7.49 ERA, so they're actually worse.
Christ.
The Astros are also above 7. Wow.
And that's our all ass.
That's depressing because the A's bullpen gives up like 5 runs a game, and they're like the 8th worst right now. So there must just be some shit bullpens in the MLB this year.
There is.
Yeah. Also, wanted to point out that the Washington Nationals currently, as a team, have a 6.06 ERA as a team.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I bet on them to not make the playoffs at -10,000.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was
my
funny.
futures.
So far so good.
I almost took the Rockies one at -100,000, but now they're 6-6. So I bet you somebody took that and is like sweating just.
Yeah, they're going to be sweating the Rockies, being like the Rockies are going to be like 74 and 76.
Yeah.
At one point, and somehow the wild card's going to be dog shit, and they're going to have a chance. And they're gonna be like, God damn it!
I bet
the house. Yeah, I bet the house.
Just 100,000.
Oh, you don't understand, babe. The house. It's they're going to take the house. It's like what? Like the Rockies are making the playoffs. They're like, and she's like, okay. Like you don't understand. I wanted to make a cool $700.
Yeah. But it was $1 million. Yeah, but it could
I
have been
know,
700.
but it
$1
was
million
minus
700.
Think about the $700 we could have had. Oh my god. Anyway, I have the Reds, like I said, -1.5 at +160. Athletics +1.5, -128. Did not want to take the money line because I just don't know with them. Tigers -1.5 against the Twins at +126. Padres -1.5. Again, the Rockies are not bad yet, but they're not good. We kind of know they're not good.
Yeah.
+116, and then the Royals, who've disappointed me so far, and if they do it to me 2 years in a row, I will never forgive them for doing so. But we'll see what happens with that. -1.5 against White Sox, +114. All five together at +4,738.
Nice. All right. The main event here. Actually, Shane, let's check in on your
let's
live
see.
bets real
How
quick.
cooked am I? Let's find out.
No, you're doing pretty good on. Well, you had the Spurs, and what was the other bet?
I will tell you in just a second. So I had Spurs -3. That looks good. I had the Mavericks staying within 13 of the Suns. That looks good so far. And the Thunder, actually looking pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Thunder beating the shit out of the Clippers in the first quarter. So I'm feeling pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I did have
a live bet of Nikola Jokic. Why did I say his first name? Jokic with a triple-double and Cooper Flag with a double-double tonight.
Did he get one, Jokic? Or no, he's there at halftime of that game.
Yeah, they're at halftime.
The Grizzlies are winning, which that's funny.
Yeah.
10, 6, and 7. That'll
Yeah,
work.
he's not bad. And then Cooper just tipped off, so we'll see what happens. Anyways.
This side note, this Grizzlies team is so funny. I can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep.
Do you also hate LeBron?
I didn't even know that, but if he's not, that's even funnier.
I think they said they were going to try to get him enough playing time to where he's still qualified for the event or for the awards. But yeah, exactly. It's literally a race to see who can do the most bare minimum amount of playing time to win.
Well, he's not playing tonight.
No. Is it like 66 games or something like that?
65 is the cutoff.
Yeah. I think he literally can't miss any more games after tonight or something like that. It's something crazy. Like it's coming down to the last little bit here for him.
I just I understand the spirit of the rule. I do. But
yeah.
And maybe this is just one of those years where none of the good players played 65 games. But this, I don't know.
65's not even that many.
It's really not that many games. It's barely over 3/4 of the season.
And McClung can't get some fucking minutes. What's going on here? What the fuck is going? We're going back to it. What the fuck's going on
race,
here?
We can't get. No.
Yeah, 65 games is literally just over 3/4 of the season.
Yeah, it's not, but it just feels like no one that is actually should be winning the awards or any awards did it this year.
Yeah.
I think it'd be perfectly reasonable in the NFL to say you can't win MVP if you don't play 13 games. I couldn't imagine someone not. Could you imagine a guy playing 12 games winning MVP in the NFL?
It would have to be some insane stat line, and he came off from a early season injury. It would have to be something like that. It would have something just an anomaly for a year.
Joe Flacco takes over a team in week 5 and goes nuclear.
Yeah, he takes the Bengals to the AFC Championship or something like that.
Yes.
Right. But right now, for example, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to win the MVP almost assuredly. Which
is bullshit.
And it's not even that. Shai's great. It's fine. But all the other players that would have been in contention for it, except for Wembanyama, aren't going to even be able to win the award.
No.
They're not going to be up for the voting. So it's -7,000 right now for Shai to win MVP.
And what sucked was literally last Wednesday when we were talking about this and we checked it, he was at, I think, -1 something. So it just dramatically.
Yeah, because Luke is not going to make it because of his injury. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, the whole Lakers just died.
That's true. And if Victor doesn't meet the 65 game requirement for some reason, Chet Holmgren's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
Which I don't have anything against Chet Holmgren, but that probably shouldn't happen. Yeah, like we know that Victor's better than
Yeah.
him. Like it's just we don't have to do this. Like I don't know. I just think the whole thing is very odd to me. But again, maybe it's just a bad year. Maybe it's just what it is. But yeah.
80s and 80s and 90s NBA fans are rolling over in their graves right now at these
Oh yeah.
little assholes playing now that can't get in 65 games.
It'd be that way.
All right, why everyone's here? The Masters, the granddaddy of them all. Not the Rose Bowl, the Masters. The funniest thing could happen. The number one Oberg hater. Oberg could win this all. It took every fiber in my being not to bet him to win this weekend. I don't know why. It was just like
it's for the memes. That's why. Okay, so
it might be one of them things.
Betting him is it's gambling heroin.
Yeah,
dude, that
wrecks
is
your life. You ruin money, but you can't stop doing it. You waste money. It wrecks your life. It makes you unhappy.
Yeah.
And it brings you nothing but bad things, and you can't stop.
But tonight at midnight, right before I fall asleep, I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead. I'll put a few dollars on him right now.
Just put a few dollars.
That'll make it. That'll feel so good.
Just put a few dollars on. Just you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't blow a 4-shot lead. Maybe he won't. Maybe this time he'll do the thing. Maybe he will, and then he won't.
No.
And then you go back to it next week.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the bets for the Masters here. I do have 3 bets. I have 5 guys to finish top 40.
Oh, these are top 40. Hell yeah.
Yeah, these are all previous winners of the Masters.
Oh
yeah.
Boy.
So Scotty Scheffler.
Okay.
John Rahm.
Okay.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Matsui. Jordan Spieth, and then Dustin Johnson.
Yep.
All 5 finished top 40 at plus 438. I feel like they're going to get on the course, and it's going to be like the old days where they just feel it. I mean, top 40, knock on wood. All 5 of those together are plus 438. And then I have Max Homa finished top 10 at plus 750. I don't know why I can't stop betting him either. He's about to be an Oberg guy for me as well because every time I try to give him a chance, he just doesn't do it. And then my outright winner for this weekend, John Rahm at plus 900.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nice.
Playing great. Yeah, playing great right now. Scotty is just who knows what's going on in Scotty's head this year, but I'm hoping that I can, throughout the weekend, live betting guys to win. I can put myself in a situation where I have a few guys in the top 5 that I can hopefully get behind on Sunday. So we'll see. But those are my 3 winners, or 3 winners. Those are my 3 picks for this weekend. Hopefully they are all winners, but we'll see.
Nice.
I like the parlay a lot.
Yeah.
And I went a similar direction with you for one of my outright winner bets this week. So I placed 2 outright winner bets this week. Basically, I took 2 guys and kind of hedged and took them each to win, and I took them each to finish top 10.
Nice.
So it's 4 bets. But I took a long shot on Adam Scott to win at plus 6,000. Former Masters winner, even if it was back in like 2013. But playing good golf, typically plays well here. I think this is a wide open field. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I just think I just like the vibes on it. I was taking top 10 at plus 360, so I'm hoping even if he can't win, it at least pays for itself and then some.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've also got Bryson DeChambeau finished top 10 at plus 102, and I took DeChambeau to win at plus 1,050. Like John, basically he and Rahm have just been dominating the LIV Tour all year. But like, I mean, part of that's the competition, but also Bryce is playing really good golf. And at the end of the day, like with how Rory's not playing great right now. and or been kind of on and off. Scotty is just not himself. If there was ever a year, and now Colin Morikawa, apparently his back, who knows if he's going to be what he's going to be able to do this weekend. If it just feels like if there was ever, what's that?
He was in my parlay, so I didn't know that. That's scary.
He withdrew a couple weeks ago, did injury, and he called himself day to day. But he's planning on playing. But I mean, he's a golfer, so like, who knows what that means? Day to day, I don't think is the same as day to day. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Go swing the car, bro.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just think if there was ever a year where DeChambeau's going to win the Masters, this feels like it's it. And I just couldn't say no to the vibes, even though like I bet on him in probably like every other major. I probably bet on DeChambeau, and I usually get disappointed, but I don't know. I like the vibes on it this year. And then I got two other bets. If DraftKings will actually let me see them. Oh my God. I literally just had it and then I had to refresh my screen. And now they're like not showing up.
I swear they don't. Like, they won't let you keep the page up for more than a minute. And they're like, I'll wait to log you out.
Yeah, it's bad. But I do have a top 20 parlay, and then I have a make the cut pick. Yeah, because the Masters is a fun tournament because, like Casey, you mentioned, if you win the Masters, you're invited forever. Mm-hmm. And so you guys that have not been playing on the PGA Tour for decades, still playing in the Masters, and it's just a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But all right, it got up, so I don't have to vamp anymore.
Sorry, Chris got her up?
Yeah, that's how I was.
Stayed away from him this week. Kind of disappointed me last week. But I'm taking for my top 20 parlay, I got Matt Fitzpatrick, Akshay Bhatia, and Tommy Fleetwood. These are just three guys playing good golf, play well here. Those three to finish top 20 comes in at plus 600. I really like the value on three guys that should be hovering around the top 10 most of the weekend. And then finally, to make the cut at 63 years old, I'm taking Vijay Singh at plus 260 to make the cut. Didn't play in the Masters last year, but when he played in 24, he made the cut. I think proceeded to shoot like an 80 on Saturday. But
I use all that juice to make the weekend, brother.
Yeah.
use all that 63, everything you got left in that 63-year-old frame and just get to the weekend.
Yeah. Playing decent golf on the Masters Tour, or on the Champions Tour, and also did play one tour event this year, the Sony Open, and had a pretty good showing at the Sony Open. Was competitive, made the cut. So I think he can make a cut this weekend. I think he's got it in his bag to just find a way to Saturday.
That's the tagline. Find a way to Saturday for him. Yep. There we go. We did it.
I might have bad news because one of my lowest bets is also Bryson.
Oh, no.
At plus 1,000. I kind of feel the same way. I just feel like the vibe is that it's going to be this year. He was pretty close last year. I think him and Rory were close going into the final day, and then it kind of fell apart. But I don't know. I feel like if there's a year that it's going to happen, this would make sense. I took one with a little bit longer odds. I went with Jordan Spieth again at plus 4,500, just because I just want to see it happen. And I know that he sucked. I bet him to win last week, and he sucked. He shot a plus 2. But I don't know. I'm just going to take a stab at it because I think it'd be fun to watch. And then I have just one top 20 parlay. I did have Colin Morikawa at plus 120. I'm a little bit more worried about it now because I didn't know he was injured. But pick's already made, so we're going to roll with it. Brooks Koepka at plus 120, and then Akshay Bhatia at plus 130. And then those three come out to plus 1,013.
All right. So I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with the fact that I actually did know about Colin Morikawa's injury, and I'm writing it. I'm hoping for the story. I
Oh
want
yeah.
I
Let's
want the
go.
story to be Sunday. He has a shot lead, and he's got to protect it. He's dragging himself around the course, figuring it out, gets it done. I have him to win at plus 3,500. That's what I
Love
want
it.
to bet this
I
week.
love it.
I think that realistically, if he gets into the tournament and actually can play, like you said, he's going to play. I don't think he would do that if he didn't think he could at least actually get it done out there and actually play. Like I think that you don't want to go out there at a Masters tournament and just completely eat shit because your back doesn't work. Like I think he at least feels confident enough to go out there and play. So I think it'd be a cool story if he can pull it off. And then I also did a couple other bets here. I was some top 20s, some stuff like that, but. One of the kind of master special types of bets that was on FanDuel, will there be a hole in one? I said no at plus 120 because probably not. But if there is, I am okay losing that bet because that's really cool that someone hit a hole in one at the Masters.
Oh, no is at plus 120?
Yeah, yes is minus 150. I don't know how often this happens.
That just means so many people are betting yes.
Yeah.
That, they can't
afford. Must be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, I'm like, that's crazy that I'm getting plus odds on that also.
Or they know something about a pin location on one of the par threes. They're like, yeah, I'm putting this in.
Maybe. But then I also have to kind of now this player also has some stuff going on, but I at least think he still has a shot to do this. I also have 2 chances to win pick that they had, so either Morikawa or Scheffler to win at plus 470.
That's pretty good.
I don't mind that at all. And then there's a House's top 20 pick, so this is one that they picked for me essentially. That was an option to pick. All of Akshay Bhatia, Jacob Bridgman, and Nikolai Højgaard to finish top 20 at plus 1,500. I don't hate that at all. And then my actual top 20 pick that I put together, I put Morikawa in there because, again, I think he's at least going to have a good showing because I don't think he'd be playing if he wasn't capable of it. I know you mentioned you don't like this guy for this week, but Chris Goddard Dalton, I got in here at plus 140. And then Justin Rose, minus 115 to finish that out. And that is a 3-leg parlay at plus 887.
That's actually pretty good. That has a chance. If Morikawa is not going to play, he has to do it before he tees off on Thursday.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just going to fuck everyone over that bet. I mean, obviously he doesn't care about that,
but I don't think he would be saying he's going to play if he didn't think he could do it. Is my thinking.
Yeah.
I did have a top 10 parlay as well, so I have Justin Rose in that one at plus 220, Hideki Matsuyama at plus 160, and Xander Schauffele at plus 105, and that's all 3 of them together is at plus 1605.
Nice. That's pretty good. All right. Anyone else got any other bets for this week?
No.
All right. And we will do a home run parlay for tomorrow. We didn't do one last week, obviously, because I think there was only 2 or 3 games on.
Yeah. Thursday. Also, there's a lot going on. I feel so we'll try to get that done this week, though. For tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We do appreciate you guys watching, and then draft show.
Yes. So the next 2 days, Dalton, Jake, and I are going to be a part of the Epic Mock with Draft Professor, 32 podcasting war rooms, essentially. Dalton knows more of the specifics, but we'll all be streaming, doing our war rooms. We will be the Chargers. Spoiler alert, probably looking to collect more picks. Just throwing that out there with only 5 picks for the Chargers. Also, this is not related to anything we're doing for the show, but I will also be prepping for a separate Discord mock draft that I'm also in, that I'm doing the Dolphins, which is going to be very interesting. So, a lot of that type of content is going to be coming to this channel throughout the rest of the draft season. So,
yep, we're 2 weeks away from the draft. So,
definitely, Epic Mock's going to be wild because we're gonna start. The draft starts at 6:30.
Yes.
We're probably going to try to jump on around 6-ish.
Yeah.
Go over our big board. And then what we'll do is it'll be kind of a war room. So you'll be watching us monitoring the draft, talking about, all right, this guy came off the board. What do we need to do now?
Yeah.
Who could be looking to move for us tomorrow night, spoiler alert, it's going to be a lot of, okay, they did this. Who might be looking to move back into round one?
Yep.
Or who might be looking to move up? Things like that. Because, there's some guys we like for the Chargers. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, but going to be a lot of looking to move back.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll be tweeting out from our account like any content.
Yeah, I'll be trying to.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I'll tweet out like when the show is active and everything,
Yeah.
and I'll probably try to make sure I'm posting stuff that happens during it as well. So
Gotcha. Are you guys doing a show next week as well?
Yeah, we'll still be doing
Yeah.
Tuesday, and
Okay.
that I have an idea for, but we will need to discuss it probably right after the show.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So look out for that this weekend. So we have the big your guys' draft this weekend. Then we have our home run parlay tomorrow. We have the draft show on Tuesday, and then we have the betting show on Wednesday. I don't know what is coming up betting wise. It's big. I mean, I know the playoffs for when's the NBA playoffs tip off?
It'll be shortly after that, or maybe
Yeah.
even before that, slightly maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
definitely be doing our playoff like futures betting for the
Yeah.
NBA, and then probably the NHL too. I imagine. I think that they'll be close to being done.
Yeah.
We'll probably just bang that out then too. But
Yeah, we'll look at it. So definitely thank you guys for watching tonight. We do appreciate it. We will have a lot of content coming out over the next few days, this next couple weeks with the draft coming up. So just be on the lookout for that. We will have the home run parlay for tomorrow, hopefully, and we will see you guys next week on Wednesday.